Hi guys, I'm Michelle with The Beauty Blur, and I am so happy that you're here today because we are going to be talking about the Sydney Grace palette, Enduring Love. This is a highly anticipated restock coming this week. I know a lot of people did not get a chance to get their hands on it. You might not even be familiar with the brand. I learned about it from Christine on Temptalia.com. She has amassed one of the greatest catalogs of makeup that exists. I don't know anybody who's done anything quite like what she's done. She does reviews, she does swatches, but the exciting thing is that she has amassed a huge library of colors and dupes. So you can go into her website, look at colors that you already have, compare them to colors that are coming out. It's totally fantastic. And one of the brands that always scores super high is this indie brand, Sydney Grace. So I picked up the Enduring Love palette, and I am so glad that I did. First of all, it's a hard case. So this baby is going to go with me on vacations. It can go in my purse, it can go to work, it can go to the gym, wherever I need to go. I know it's going to be totally protected. The second thing that I'm really excited about is this color story. This is one of the first cool toned eyeshadow palettes that I have seen in eons. I feel like we've had so many reds and oranges and yellows and every warm tone under the sun. But this baby is going to cool things down, and it's exactly what I wanted. Those taupes, those sparkly metals, even these deep jewel tones at the end, they all just kind of have that kind of cooled down feeling. Now, one of the things that Sydney Grace did with this palette is she actually did not create just one palette, she created two. She created a light palette and a dark palette, and that doesn't mean that the palette is totally different. What she did was she went in and she replaced the transition shades, one palette going to lighter skin tones and another palette that is geared toward deeper skin tones. But again, the really exciting colors are the same, but she changed those transition shades so that everybody could enjoy this palette and this color story, and it would work on their skin tone. I have never ever heard of a brand doing anything like that, and to be inclusive in that way, I think deserves a big round of applause. I'm going to create a very everyday, wearable, taupey look, but I'm going to kick it up a notch with a little shimmer. She is restocking the week of the 23rd, so I am going to get this video up as fast as possible so that you are watching this before she can re-release it. Saddle up, we're going to do a fun taupey look in the cool tones, and we are going to take a vacation from all of the warm tone palettes that we've been using. I normally use the Painterly paint pot from MAC. I actually went and got a new one yesterday because mine was getting super dry. I love this as an eyeshadow base because it's a long wearing cream shadow. This doesn't really crease on me. I have been craving a cool tone palette for quite some time, and I've been dying for some taupes and silvers, and this just makes me so happy to see that a cool tone palette can exist. So I'm going to take the lightest matte shade that's in the light palette called Cherish, and I'm going to take a Wayne Goss, what number is this? 03. I might not be great about telling you about the brushes on this channel, but I am going to talk about technique. And when I go in to start a crease on my eye, I do try to use a very long, fluffy brush. And I really try to get in there. I have very hooded eyes, and they are becoming more and more hooded as I get older. I also have an area right here that I'm not super excited about. It's a little bit on the saggy side. I always had a somewhat hooded eye, but now very hooded, very hooded. So I'm just taking this color and I'm sweeping it on my crease. When I do this, I am looking straight into the mirror so that I can see actually that my crease is here, but I want it to appear as though it's right above it. So I am going to take this color called Victoria, and I am going to go right above where my real crease is and start creating the illusion of a shadow right above it. And I'm just going in windshield wiper motions right now. I'm going to do this on both sides. I like to do an eye look because I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything like that. I like to keep going back and forth to make sure I'm even and to make sure that I am putting the same colors in the same spots and making adjustments. I'm just taking the same shade again, and I am going to start blending this just outward slightly because I like my eye looks to sort of go up rather than just out. Gravity has already done some pulling down, so I'm just going in circular motions. I'm kind of hugging the corner of my eye, and then I'm going back onto that crease that I have made to just blend. A lot of times when I'm doing an eye look, I will go into one of these color switches that you can get. It's basically just kind of like a spongy type of a situation, and these are a couple bucks at Sephora, and I just clean off my brush so that I can continue using the same brushes. So Sydney Grace, she is out of California. She does cruelty-free. The company is named for their 3 oldest daughters, and she has powder eyeshadows, she has highlighters, she has cream eyeshadows, she has some lip products. From what I can gather from the website, most of her items are vegan, with the exception of a few that contain carmine and the lip products that contain lanolin. So for those of you who are looking to be vegan, just be mindful of that. But she is cruelty-free. All of the places that she sources materials from are cruelty-free. So that's good with me. Okay, so as you can see, we've gone into the crease and now we've gone just right above. Now when I'm looking at my eye, I have to go higher up over here because of this. And you may have heaviness in a different area, but in order to fake the eye, I'm going back into the original color Cherish. I need to go up just slightly over here as part of my fake crease. And by bringing this up here, it actually gives the illusion that I don't have an eyelid that's sagging. Going back in again. And you can use a smaller brush here. I'm actually just putting a tiny amount of shadow on the end of my brush and rolling that out. And you want to be looking straight into your mirror to see where you need to go. And then what I do is kind of pull up. Okay. I also find that fingers are your best friend. So I am going to take the second shade again and just dab slightly over here to make sure that I'm creating the illusion that my eyelids are consistent, like that. I'm loving the taupes. I'm loving the way that this is starting to come together. I am going to take a small brush. Let's grab one. And I am going to go into this color Passion. It's the most taupey matte color that there is, and it's a little bit deeper. And I am going to put a little bit of that on the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to dab that and pull it out just slightly, going up again right here to compensate for my lids. I've been wanting to do a channel for quite some time. The technology part of it, I think, is what kind of held me up. I've been very intimidated by the whole process of actually making and editing the videos more than anything. I'm going to take this deeper color and I'm going to go underneath my lid. But my son is helping me. And I've been watching videos. Ooh, there we go. So we'll see how it goes. But Molly and I really want to have a channel that's a place that people can come and get good information from other people from our age group. What I'm doing now is I'm sweeping this deeper color from about maybe a third into where my lid is. And I'm sweeping this in an upward motion because I can no longer have a real cat eye, even though I used to love it when I was younger. But what I like to do is kind of make the illusion that the eye is sweeping up that way with the shadow. And I get sort of that same kind of a lifted effect without having to worry about liner skipping over my wrinkles or just not working out for me. And I carry it through on the bottom lash and go up right there in the same way that I would if it was a cat eye. Okay, so let's take a look at that. I'm feeling good about it. I am going to take my finger now and I am going to go into Robert. It's kind of a deeper, kind of a wood color. And I am going to press this into the outer V of my eye, but I'm still sweeping upward because I want the eye to go up and not out. I need a little help. And this tricks the eye. So let's get a new clean brush. And we're going to blend. Just blending that V and using small motions. We're off to a good start, I think. I think we're off to a good start. Again, I'm double checking that one area of my eye that I'm not super happy with and trying to camouflage. Now I could just put mascara on and be completely done, but we're going to be a little extra today. I am going to go into some of these metals and just kind of make it more fun. So if you wanted to, let's say, go to work and just have like a nice taupe smoky look, you could be in business. I think I'm going to take Albert, which is the one down here. I'm actually just going to use my finger again. Take a little bit of that. Ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to use this mirror. And I am going to go into this outer V right on top. Oh, I love this. This is gorgeous. I'm patting more than I'm smushing back and forth. I think that's a really important thing to know. If you tap, you're not dragging product. For the blending part, I definitely want to use a brush. But I am going from this part of my eye out, but also up. And I love that. I'm going to take a little bit of that same color, Albert, and I'm going to go just about a third under my eye and just make sure that this is sort of connected over here. Oof, I like that so much. This is so pretty. I'm like so excited. Okay, so because I have hooded eyes, when I'm doing eyeshadow, this section right here at the lash line, if I do a liner, it's all you're gonna see because my lid goes all the way into the back. So I like to make the most of whatever is right in the front because that is what people are going to see. And then they're gonna see behind my crease. So we already worked on that. I am going to take this color John right up here. And I'm going to use my finger again. Fingers are free. Look at that. Oh my God. So pretty. I am just going to put this right in the center of my lid. I'm going to tap it on. Just like that. Kind of blend it a little bit into the other color, but I don't want to go any further over my eye. And I'll show you why in a second. So I'm really concentrating on that lash line and blending out from there, since most of this you won't even see. Okay, I'm going to take a clean brush now going to blend my fake crease, going slightly up. Want to make sure, keep wiping that off. Want to make sure we've got a matched set here. And make sure that these beautiful colors are going to show up. So that's what that's looking like. I am going to try and use as many colors as possible. I'm going to take this color Juliet, which is right here. And I am going to line the bottom, just using this to kind of smudge and blend out the other color. And I wouldn't go as far as to say that this is a warm tone, but it reads as a little bit warmer with these other cool tones. And I am going to use this same color to blend out anything that looks harsh. And by putting this kind of a tone in here, it gives you the ability to really showcase the cooler tones, because this really sets off the other colors. So I'm just blending right now, wiping this off. There's something about just a little bit of warmth that makes the cooler tones look even smokier. And I am going into this color Romeo over here. This is not a super shimmery color, and my reason for picking more of a satin tone over here is because I really want the concentration of the really beautiful pearl to be in the center of my eye. I am going to bring this up just slightly up right here. And I'm going to take a tiny, tiny bit of that color right underneath my brow bone. I'm just going around my tear duct a little bit and highlighting the inner corner, bringing it slightly up, taking my finger and going right underneath the brow bone. I am going to go into this warmer color Juliet right here. And I am just going to place a little bit on the inner V of my eye. I have a couple reasons for this. I like to use a matte shadow over here. One, because I think it doesn't show my wrinkles. And two, because I feel like if you just do all shimmer, it's kind of goofy. And I want this to be sophisticated and not, I don't know, not whatever not sophisticated would be. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my mascara and put that on, or curl my lashes, and be right back. Okay, so I am going to put a teeny bit more blush on. I just grabbed, these are like my favorite. I know they're not clean beauty. I know they're expensive. They last forever. This is the number 4 Clé de Peau blush. Hi. It looks like nothing, but when it goes on, there's something about it that is just so pretty. When I'm putting on blush, I try to find like where, you know, like my cheek would be, but then carry the rest of it upward. So it's almost like a check mark. and kind of smile. There you go. Whatever's left on there, I put a teeny bit here and just like that. And we're gonna put on a lip. What should we use? I'm feeling like a cool tone, so I picked this up. It's called Be Sincere by Lila B. And it's a really pretty mauvey, cool toned gloss, which I think will look great with this look. Oh yeah. These feel so good. They're like lip oils. I don't know if it's a gloss or an oil, but I will put it down in the description. Feels so good. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of liner on. I don't like to line before I put lipstick on. I know that's like kind of backwards. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But with a gloss, I like to go after, just to kind of redefine the Cupid's bow and overline it just slightly on top. Okay. All right. Then what I like to do is take a look at my eyeshadow after my mascara's on, after I've wiped, after I've done all of that. I am going to go back into John, that really sparkly color. Just make sure that we've got that little pop right in the center. Like that. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of Albert, which is this other taupey color right here. Don't need a lot. Just to like re-excite the whole look. So there we have it, a cool toned smoky eye. I think it is gorgeous. I think that you need to go onto the Sydney Grace website, keep tabs on when she will be restocking this, because I mean, who wouldn't want this? I've never been much of a buying single eyeshadows kind of person, because a lot of what she sells are singles, but with this formula and these colors and the quality, I could become somebody who makes their own eyeshadow palettes up and buys an empty Z palette to fill. Her pans are magnetized, so you do have the ability to make your own palette. Go on her website and check it out. And also go on to temptalia.com, Christine's site, to look through her unbelievable catalog of all kinds of makeup, not just eye makeup. There are lip colors, highlighters, blushes. She's got a little bit of everything on there, a lot of bit of everything on there. And for people who don't want to keep buying the same colors over and over again, it's a very good place to look and a very good place to see how products review, especially during the holiday season. She must not sleep. The amount of products, you guys know what comes out during the holidays. she manages to get them all up for us. So I do want to sing her praises on here too. And we are going to be celebrating lots of people that are doing amazing things that you need to know about. Thank you so much for coming today. We love that you guys stopped by. When we get together and we get to share all of this, that's what makes beauty fun. So we'll see you next time at the Beauty Blur. Thanks.